Rant at the Movies, a podcast where we rant about films you may have seen at house parties. I'm one of your hosts and jack of all trades, Mono, and putting loads of brown sauce in her tea is my co-host and master in none, Kira.
Go on, give us a shot.
Give us a shot. I love how much Dublin, specifically Dublin-y dialogue there is in this film. It fills me with glee.
And it is very specifically inner city kind of, Tala.
Like, The Guard has its Irishness down. Extraordinary had its Irishness down, but this is so Dublin.
Yeah.
It's so very Dublin. I think it works outside of Dublin.
Yeah, because it does lean into kind of some stereotypes that are perceived within the rest of the country.
Oh, well, I mean, outside of Ireland. Like, I think you'd still get a laugh out of it. There's definitely, from some of the reviews I saw, some people...
Do you not believe that there were little children like that running around when there fucking are?
Some of it
They're
is
little
definitely...
bastards.
Some of it's definitely lost in translation, alright. Yeah, I saw that little kid referred to as like a plot kind of specific agent of chaos. And it's like, no, that is absolutely so many little kids in Dublin.
We have
Put us in your movie. No.
Chased...
Go on, you little prick.
No.
Yeah, no, there's very little in this film that I would say isn't likely to or hasn't happened exactly as it is depicted or described on screen in this film.
Especially being in your man with the tin.
The brown sauce in the tea, you can guarantee that somebody did that. The poo on the chest. I can
guarantee you that after this film, everybody fucking did it because everybody wanted to try it. Because it can't be that good.
I remember when it came out and everybody was trying it. I hadn't seen this film until very recently. And yeah, everybody was like, I tried the brown sauce and tea thing. And I was like, what are you talking about?
On a side note, which is also pertaining to that, it is tea that they are putting it in,
yes,
not
American
coffee.
Reviews I saw referred to as steak sauce in their coffee. It's like, that's not what happens.
It's not steak sauce, it's brown sauce. It's chef brown sauce. It's a very specific type.
Yeah.
And it's tea.
Yes. That's very important to get right. But no, this is as I wouldn't say as fun as Irish comedies get, but it's definitely up there.
It's chaos.
It is, yes. It's fun chaos.
Like, nothing happens, but loads of shit happens.
It gets called Tarantino-esque a lot, but I don't think that's fair. I can see why, but I would say it's more Guy Ritchie than it's Tarantino.
It's very much more along the lines of Snatch and Lock, Stock.
Yeah.
And the stories all intermixing. The only Tarantino film that this kind of would be similar to in any way is Pulp Fiction.
With the
intertwining of storylines.
Yeah, that would be the
intersecting of storylines. But when because a lot of the time it's always like, the dialogue is so Tarantino-esque. No, the dialogue is just lads having a chat. I think it's the intertwining storylines with the fast, quippy comedy kind of dialogue. But I still think it has more to do with like Guy Ritchie, and even then, it's not like the intertwined thing is. I don't think that's not a choice that was made for narrative purposes in the sense of, I want to make this intertwined gangstery type film. No, like, it's just hilarious that it's supposed to be set out near Tala. So even though it's set in Dublin City itself, Dublin's broken down into very distinct little areas, and everybody kind of knows. Yeah, everyone knows each other in them as well. So it is still very much like little village where everybody's in each other's business.
Exactly, that's it. It's not that it's this like intertwined group of people who don't know each other. Like if you when
you can't get away with fucking anything. When someone's ma will have seen you.
But that's what I was gonna say. When John is talking to his colleague when they're stocking shelves, and she's like, "Oh yeah, sure, I heard you and Deirdre woke up," and he's like, "How did you hear?" And he's like, "Well, sure, I saw her down in the pub last night."
Yeah,
and it's
eating the face off some fella. Sure, they were holding hands. That's how you know it was serious.
They're not interconnected. This is just like this whole thing could just be somebody giving gossip to somebody else of did you hear the story of Deirdre and John's breakup?
You'll never guess who died.
So and so was involved, and this fella did this, and sure, your one, she's the hairdresser of the other fella. She did this. Like, that's what this story is. Your man,
the baldy fella. And sure, did you look at the head on him?
Yeah, no, that's what the story is. Now, that said, in the summary, I've gone ahead and referred to it as being an intertwined series of events or something like that.
But it is very much delivered in the form of gossip.
It's more a gossipy kind of small town. Everybody's in everybody else's business.
Yeah.
But no, it's so Dublin and so much fun. But shall we go for a summary before we go any deeper?
Did we actually mention what the movie is?
No, we didn't. It's Intermission.
Yeah.
It's in the title. The lives, loves and woes of 10 Dubliners intersect as the breakup of John and Deirdre causes ripples in the local community, From their friends and family to an ex-bus driver and a petty criminal, a pervy bank manager and his estranged slap-happy wife, and a documentary maker who wants to see the real Dublin through the eyes of a nutjob detective.
Detective. What is his fucking name, actually?
Detective Jerry.
Jerry. Who's he?
Jerry Lynch.
Oh, he's Jerry Lynch?
Jerry Boyle is the detective, or sorry, is the sergeant in the
guard. I thought it was Jerry Ryan.
No, that's somebody else altogether. Yeah, no, Jerry Lynch, played by Colin Meaney, is an absolute cunt of a guard.
Oh, he's so funny, though.
Oh, no, he's fucking hilarious, like. I'm into me Celtic mysticism.
It's the only bit of humanity left.
I'm an absolute animal, me. He plays it so fucking well. Well, actually, everybody in this is great. And it is a bit of a who's who of Irish actors.
Yeah, like a very early role for Kerry Condon.
Yes, and our first Kerry
Poor
Condon.
thing.
I know, the poor thing.
Getting her fucking nose broken.
Yeah.
Like, that is harsh. That's how it starts. Is you've Colin Farrell, who's playing Heath.
Yeah.
Who's absolute scum.
Oh yeah, an absolute proper scumbag.
Yeah, like chancy bastard.
Yeah.
Chatting up Kerry Condon, who's just this lovely shop girl and he's giving her all the charm and this, that and that, and his obsession, we get the introduction to his wok obsession.
His wok obsession.
Which is a throwback to like the late 90s.
Having all the fixtures and fittings in your kitchen.
Throwing back to the very late 90s, early 2000s, when you used to get the wok.
Not just that.
With the Uncle Ben's
Everybody
sauce.
was getting their kitchens done back late 90s and early 2000s.
Everyone was getting their kitchen done.
Everybody got their kitchens done.
Yeah.
And the bus driver talks about the wife just getting the new kitchen in.
Oh no, she's ordered a new kitchen, but they've just gotten a new floor.
Oh, you'd want to see that floor.
Stripped out. I love that though, and he's like, because he's giving out about it, but he's like, yeah, but wait till you see it.
Oh, I just love the fact that he's having a good old chat with Cillian Murphy's John, about how shit life is and about this kitchen. And then this old fella goes to get on and causes like 2 seconds of a delay. And he's like, well, you hurry up, people are late for work.
Yeah, he's an hour late on the bus already, because they're good old days of fucking Dublin Bus where...
No, that's John is an hour late.
Yeah.
But the bus could equally have been an hour late.
Yeah, no, in fairness, Dublin Bus was notorious, like ninja buses.
Oh, yeah.
They swore blind they arrived. They never did.
Yeah.
You stood at that bus stop in the pissings around.
Even worse when they introduced the digital times.
That lied to you.
Yeah, it'd be like bus arriving in 10 minutes, bus arriving in 5 minutes, bus arrived. Next bus, 20 minutes. What the fuck? I've been standing here for an hour. The glory days of Dublin Bus.
Also, bus drivers did used to stop and have chats with each other.
Oh no, I love all the bus bits. It's fucking fantastic. When he's like talking to Sally, like on the microphone of the bus, being like, "Here, what's the story with the two of them?"
And there would always be somebody. There would either be one annoying old fart who was always on the run, who'd stand up by the driver and annoy him. Yeah. Or on the Selbridge run, there was that real pervy racist old guy.
Well, you kind of get the old fella who gets on and is like, "How much is it? Or is it too early? Is it too early to use my pass? You know it is. And how much is it? You know how much."
The noise of that ticket machine fucking triggered something in me. I was like, oh fuck, I don't miss that.
But the when the two bus drivers stopped to have a chat.
That used to happen.
Happened all the fucking time. Dublin Bus were terrible. And the whole thing is the two drivers acted like they've got the worst job in the world and the woes, you know.
The woes of fucking society are on them.
Oh, it's so funny.
But anyway, it opens with Colin Farrell.
Chatting up Kerry Condon,
Yeah, to rob the place, which he does so by basically decking her square in the nose.
Yeah.
Poor thing. Like, he fucking hits her hard.
Yeah, and it's really unexpected.
Yeah, because he's like, oh, I could be, we could be soulmates, or I could be some thief here to rob the place. And she's like, what? And bang.
Or I could just be some thief. And she looks at him and goes, what? And he goes, he'll decks her, and then he goes, he'll deck you in the jaw and rob the register while there's nobody here.
Yeah, hanging out, charming you, waiting on the place emptying out.
It does more or less let you know what you're in for in the film as well, within the first 60 seconds.
The whole him legging it from because it's two of the security guards who walk in. They're not guards.
No, yeah, it's security.
It's security that come in.
Rent-a-cups.
And you see him getting fucked out of the shop, and you've got that kid with the ice cream getting shouted at by the man.
Yeah.
Come here to me, you. Look at the fucking state of you. Which is also very, very true.
Yeah.
But him legging it out and then grabbing the shovel and hopping up on the car.
Yeah. And again, very Dublin.
Yeah. Yeah, you just put an insurance claim, it's going to be found burnt out.
But yeah, no, Lahif.
You could basically guarantee it's going to be found burnt out, so you just get an insurance claim on it.
No, Lahif is an absolute fucking scumbag.
I'm kind of glad he gets done by the kid with the stone.
Yeah, unfortunately you don't see that.
No.
But
the hiff is what those little kids grow up into.
Oh yeah.
That is totally what that is.
Well, and he's the only one who doesn't even seem that pissed off about it. He's just like, the little fucker hit me with a stone and I crashed. Like, yeah. Whereas the bus driver actually wants to run the fucking kid over when he sees him later in the film.
Oh, he's a little brat, so he is.
But no, nice to see Kerry Condon, because you do not see her in enough things. She's fantastic in Rome.
No, you hear her in a lot.
I was just going to say, probably the thing that most people would not even know that they know her from is she is the voice of Friday in Iron Man. But only a very small role in this.
No, she's fantastic in Rome, actually.
Oh, she's great in Rome. That would have been the thing that I really would have, for the first big role that I would have seen her in, and realised just how good of an actress she is. But although she is, of course, back with Colin Farrell in
the Banshee of Inisherin.
In Inisherin, yeah.
Yeah, they're brother and sister in it, I think.
Yeah, they're brother and sister. The Sulawan.
Yeah.
But yeah, after that, we get introduced to
John and
Oscar are kind of two of our main leads.
So John is Cillian Murphy. He's not having a good day. He's late for work, either by his own intervention or the buses.
Yeah. Little column B. Yeah, horrible job.
You get them having the chat on the bus about, does that when he's talking about him and Deirdre? Or just everything being shite?
No, that's just everything being shite. You know, work is shite.
Everything's
the bus driver, don't talk to me, this fucking bus, this fucking city.
Yeah.
It's when...
Who's Breen F. O'Brien, who's fantastic as well. He shows up in an awful lot of stuff.
But no, it's when John and Oscar is David Wilmot, who we had in The Guard.
Yeah.
He's fantastic in this as well.
Absolute brilliant nut job in The Guard.
Yeah.
Absolute love him in
Oh, he's fantastic.
Oh my god, he is the nicest person.
Oscar
is what more men should aspire to be.
Yeah.
Just take notes from him.
If this was made now, John would be one of those fucking alpha male thinking fucking idiots. Like, he'd be an Andrew Tate fucking wannabe.
No, what? They have some new name now. Like, Patrick Bateman and all them have some new...
Oh, I'm sure they do. I don't know what more incel speak, like Chads and stuff like that. I
saw it was something to do with, like, all these people who think Homelander's like the fucking pivotal...
These guys who would unironically say they were part of the manosphere. That's what fucking John would be. Because as we find out, well, we don't find out until a little bit later when they're in the pub, but the reason that John and Deirdre broke up is because he set a little test for her.
Oh yeah, we go on a break and I wasn't expecting her to say
this.
He said, you're a fucking moron.
I'll suggest a break to test her to see how much she really wants me, because if I suggest a break and she says, oh no, please don't leave me, I know she really wants me. And he says it and she goes, well, if that's what you want, okay, fair enough, I'll give you what you want, like a normal person would, because...
Yeah.
And he's a sap.
And Oscar tells him to his face that he's a fucking sap and lets him know he's very disappointed.
As soon as he finds out,
And is brutally honest with him. He's like, no, that's not, you can't be doing that. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, well disappointed in him.
Yeah.
Open.
And then, and very openly is like, I can't even fucking have a wank.
Yeah.
It's been that long since I've been with a girl. I'm so fucked up in the head now about it that I don't even know what I want.
Yeah.
And you're throwing bloody tests around for a girl who's lovely and worships the ground you walk on.
Now, in fairness, that's the only part where John seems to have a little bit of self-reflection, because he says he's going to go home and have a think about his decisions.
Yeah. Are you feeling wistful, among other emotions?
Among other emotions.
Can I just point out that the brain sauce makes an appearance in that scene in the form of a sandwich?
Well, yeah, it's set up... I like how the brain sauce is set up.
Everywhere.
You don't get it until... The explanation for it until after they go to Deirdre's house, and John's an absolute fucking cunt, but we'll get into that in a second, because the first time you see the brain sauce is in the tea. When the two lads are having the chat at the start.
You actually meet Oscar and they work for this supermarket. Megamart. And the manager's on a fucking power trip.
He's on a power trip, and he also, I'm pretty sure, wants to be American.
Yeah, just a little bit.
I'm the boss. I'm the boss. I'm the man in charge.
And they're just up in the canteen and they're putting brown sauce in their tea and there's no context.
Nothing's made of it. They both do it and they just have their conversation.
And they have the moment with Mr. Henderson, who's the manager, about them. They'd clocked back in 15 minutes prior, but we're still sitting in the break room because he's a fucking arsehole. You don't clock in and out.
Oh, hell no.
No, he's a prick. So they have a bit of a
that's where he calls them pups. His little pups.
Yeah, just because he can't call them anything else. And then you get the bit on the floor then with, I heard about Deirdre fucking kissing some baldy fella. Which is
some middle-aged fella. What?
Which results in him and Oscar going round her house.
Well, they go to the pub first.
No, they go to...
No, sorry, you're right. They go around her house first.
They go to Deirdre's house first, and there's that confrontation.
And even Oscar's like, this isn't a good idea.
Yeah, and that's when he gets the full story and is like, no, you're a fucking... What's wrong with you? Cop on to yourself.
Yeah.
In the pub afterwards. But when he goes around the house to confront Deirdre and he's going through fucking calling her a blackguard. I'm not afraid to say it. A whore.
Yeah, and I don't mind saying it. That's actually some of Cillian Murphy's best acting is in that scene when he's going around. He's you don't do that. You don't just hook up with the next fella you come along with. That's the actions of a cold-hearted woman.
That's cold,
That's
Deirdre.
cold. That's the actions of a cold, and I don't mind saying a whore.
And not one with a heart of gold.
And then when he goes
with a black heart.
A black heart, and he turns to his mate, hang on, is blackguard where, or is black heart where we get the word blackguard? And Oscar's like, I don't fucking know.
Keep me out
You're
of
a
this.
blackguard. You're a blackguard, Deirdre. Oh.
I do like the fact that when Deirdre opens the door and John bursts into the house and she looks back at Oscar and Oscar just mouths sorry to her. Like, I'm sorry.
No, Oscar is the good guy.
Yeah, Oscar's just like, I'm fucking sorry. It's like, eh. And then they take him off down the pub where you get to meet the guy in the wheelchair who's fucking brilliant.
He is fucking fantastic. Everything about him now, it's dotted throughout the movie.
He's genius. I love him.
He's just, you see him and he's just talking the ear off some
who's standing there holding a pint for him.
Just holding a pint, and then he gives him a sup, and it's like, all right, yeah, because your man's talking about mobility.
Being paralysed.
Yeah, not having mobility, but all his other senses being heightened. And your
he's giving it all that.
Your man who eventually goes, oh, here, look, I'm going to have to go. My arm's killing me. And the two lads walk in.
He's like,
he says, how are you? And they're like, no, we're not talking to you. Or, sorry, I'm not holding your point. Why not? Because then we'd have to listen to you.
No, but at the end, though, when he's leaving, and they put him down, he goes, sure, fuck, it's not down on the floor then. And they literally, because he's in a full mobility wheelchair, like he's not supposed to, I think he's supposed to be paralysed from the neck down.
Yeah.
And they lay the wheelchair back on the ground so that he's like lying down and put the pint on the floor and give him a long straw.
But when they walk in,
that's normal.
When they walk in and walk past him and say, "Oh no, we're not holding your pint," because then we'd have to listen to you. As they're walking off, you hear him saying in the background, "At least give us a straw, then."
Yeah.
He's fucking brilliant, that guy.
Oh, and that again is not an unusual thing to happen in a pub.
No.
I used to work in a pub where a regular used to take off his fake leg and leave it behind the bar frequently.
But yeah, that's where they have their conversation, and Oscar scolds John for being a dickhead, because he is being a dickhead, and sends him off, and then we get our introduction to Jerry.
Oh, Jerry.
Because he sees Leif walk in.
Sergeant Jerry.
And it's like, don't you have a rule about bathrooms being for patrons only? He says to the barman, and the barman's like, yeah, and he's like, right, I'll go and sort this.
Time to enforce this then.
And it immediately followed by another great scene.
Oh, he's a bad bastard.
Oh yeah, no, you know you get that he's a bad bastard.
He's not even on the fucking take.
Yeah, well, he's not even on the job.
Yeah, but like that's the thing as well. Is like if he was a shithead and he was on the take, you'd be like, all right, but he's not. He's just doing it for the fucking thrill of it. We were saying this yesterday before we recorded. Like at least if he was bent, you'd be like, oh well.
Jerry Boyle was a drug-taking, drinking, smoking, whoring guard out in the west of Galway. Out in the west. But he cared about his community and he cared about his people in the community. And he did what he thought was for the greater good.
Oh, he takes the drugs off the lads who died in the car
crash. Exactly, the lads died in the
car.
What would their mammies think?
And he's got a good rapport with the little shitty kid that's in that as well. There are so many little shitty kids.
Yeah,
he knows. It's not a trope. They fucking exist. They really do. They can strip a car. Do you remember when they didn't allow police cars down into fucking Teresa's Gardens because the kids could strip out the car in about 10 minutes?
No, it wasn't because they'd strip out the car. It's because they'd drop cinder blocks off the roof onto
that was Ballier.
Oh, that was Ballier, yeah.
Teresa's Gardens, the kids got really good at stripping out cars.
Well, they have that in this when Jerry's car gets stolen off him while he's making an arrest.
He left outside a block of flats with the door open.
Yeah.
It's his own fault.
Like I said, there's nothing that happens in this film that hasn't happened in Dublin in real life.
Yeah.
And most of the stories, even me, I didn't even grow up in Dublin, just near it, I could tell you, oh yeah, I heard about something like that happening. I heard about something like that happening.
Them dropping fridges off the top of Ballymun flats onto the SWAT cars.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not in this, but yeah.
Yeah, that happened. And breeze blocks, all sorts. There was still, well, not now, but there was areas that the guys didn't go into.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't worth it. It fucking wasn't worth it. They kept losing cars.
When Jerry goes in to see Lahiff in the bathroom and make sure he's keeping his nose clean, and he sees the black eye and he asks him, who did that to you?
Your ma with her cock.
Yeah, your L one. She poked me in the eye with her cock. It's such a fucking Dublin response.
I think we were trying to explain that in the Guard, it's like it doesn't quite get how little regard we have for people in positions of authority in this country. We really don't. Like, there are guards that like people like respect because they do.
There are nice guards. There are nice guards.
But
Jerry Boyle in the Guard is fucking bang on. I have no problems with him.
But as a whole, we view them with this kind of general mistrust and distaste.
I'd say disdain.
Yeah.
And this isn't even like law-abiding citizens still treat the guards with this sort of attitude in this country as well.
Oh, geez, the guards.
And if you watch this film and you see Jerry Lynch, there absolutely are guards like him, and that is why there are so many people who are like, fucking guards. Because this prick is the opposite of Jerry Boyle from the Guard. Yeah. He doesn't take any drugs. I don't even know if he drinks because he's drinking a 7-Up in the bar in that scene. But all he wants to do is throw his weight around at what he perceives to be scum.
Yeah.
And he's the one who's making the judgment, and he's perfectly fine with that. He doesn't even, it's not like a hypocrisy thing. He knows. He's like, no, I'm the one who judges these people because they are scum and they deserve to be judged. And he's just absolute fucking prick.
Going around throwing his weight around.
Even to the other lads he works with.
Man, yeah.
When the two detectives are like, Jerry, we hear you're going to be on the TV. And he's like, oh yeah, no, not just...
on the TV, on the telly.
On the telly, yeah. And he's like, oh yeah, not just a bit part, the star and role. I'm the subject of it.
Yeah, live and learn, lads, live and learn. And then when he finds out that it's not happening and he tries to flip the desk.
He doesn't flip it all the way. And then the two lads...
And he has the little look around like, did anyone fucking see that?
But when the two lads make fun of him later on...
And he slaps
them both in the face. And there's two beat guards in the uniform don't know where to look. They're just like, oh, fuck.
Fuck, just get in the car.
Yeah, well, if I had to work with that prick...
Oh, no, but that's great when they find his motor and it's burnt out and they took his fucking tunes.
Me tunes. Yeah. Me sounds.
They're shit. You were listening to them.
But that's kind of after we move on from the pub, then we get introduced to...
Well, the scene between Lahiff and about keeping the nose clean is very, very fucking funny.
I don't want to spoil any more. No, it's great.
It's fucking brilliant. I also forgot how popular those rip-off the sleeveless hoodies were.
Yeah.
With the trackies.
Yeah.
And the hideous sweaters with the trackies.
I mean, the fashion last week was one thing.
No,
this week's not much better.
It's brilliant.
But yeah, no, after the pub is when we finally meet Deirdre and she's talking to her mum.
Yeah, you get a proper introduction with her, and she was Diane in Trainspotting.
Yes, that's right.
She's in both. She came back for the second one as well. If Diane was the 15-year-old that Rentboy inadvertently goes home with.
Yeah.
And she's in the uniform.
Yeah, the next day she gets up and she's like, you have to leave. Why? I have to go to school. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, that's
Deirdre.
That's Deirdre.
And her sister is Sally.
Who was moaning Myrtle in Harry Potter.
Yes.
Before this.
But
she's I love Sally.
Well, we've met Deirdre already when John accosts her.
Yeah, but you get an actual introduction to her and she's talking about having split up with him and she's getting with this fella and he works in a bank and he's married. But he's leaving the wife for her and, it's all going to be grand. And the man's
sorry, just before that scene is when we actually meet Nolene and Sam. They split up and then it cuts to the two of them in the park.
You've got, Nolene, who's Deirdre O'Kane. And
basically screaming, why haven't I good enough?
Yeah, it's really fucking... Oh, do you not fancy me anymore?
It's a tough... But I think the worst thing in that scene is when Sam turns around and is like, look, listen, I've told you before. It just happened. I met her. We clicked. You don't factor into it.
I didn't even think of you.
Yeah, I didn't even think of you. You don't even factor into it. Relax. Just calm down. And she rightly says... What do you mean I don't factor into it? I'm your wife.
Yeah, he's like, we didn't even, I didn't even have a thought for you.
Yeah.
Like, that's cold.
Yeah, no, Sam is a cold, horrible motherfucker. As well as being a perv, he's an absolute self-centered gee bag.
Yeah.
it's just a short scene of the two of them screaming, and then Sam runs off out the door, and then we meet Deirdre again with her mum in the park,
and
talking about getting with Sam.
Yeah, that she's meeting this fella and he's moving in, and they've only her and Thingy are only split up 6 weeks.
Yeah,
and it's not a bit soon, and the mom's like, yeah, okay, if you're happy, but I'm not going to tell you to live your life because you're big and bold enough to make your own fucking mistakes.
Because Deirdre's like, well, what do you want me to do? Be like Sally and give up on it altogether and just go around with a Ronnie?
Sally's Ronnie.
Now, at this point, we should maybe do a little bit of a glossary.
Yeah, okay. So a Ronnie, you know when girls get to about 13 or 14 and they haven't quite discovered that, you know, and boys have them too.
Yeah, it's mostly used for girls.
It's an onset of puberty, that wispy, peach fuzzy moustache that sometimes...
On the upper lip.
On the upper lip, it's a bit of a Sparks moustache.
I think you could call the Sparks moustache a Ronnie. I'd call that more a pedo stash.
That is pedo. It's not a full moustache, but like in certain light, it's a darkness.
Yeah.
Teenage boys like to
be honest with you, if you watch this film,
catch the light,
you watch this film, they
you'll
absolutely
know exactly
nail what a Ronnie is.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a tash, and
it's a light moustache that does occur.
Yeah,
particularly if you were darker haired, it can be an issue.
And I was delighted to discover today that it comes from Ronald Colman.
He was a silent movie star.
Yeah, an English stage and silent movie star of the early 1920s and then Hollywood in the 1930s. He was in Kismet and a couple of other Oscar-winning films. And for some reason, Dublin just decided that they wanted to use his name for women with moustaches.
Well, I think it was used for...
Well, he has a very Ronnie moustache.
Yeah, I think it was that style of moustache probably, and then that's kind of what happens naturally when, you know, you don't maintain grooming standards to satisfy society.
And some of the other very Irish and some specifically Dublin terms, one you already used, which was giz a shot.
Giz a shot.
Which is, I'd very much like to try that.
Giz a go with that.
Pretty much, yeah. Jammy bastard is one that gets used.
You are a fucking jammy bastard.
I am a jammy bastard, only in some very specific circumstances.
Yeah, but a jammy bastard is a lucky cunt who's like, you walked out of a job, walked straight into another one because you happen to have a conversation with somebody 5 minutes after you've left that one. That's a jammy bastard. A jammy bastard fucking falls down and finds a bloody pot of gold.
Yeah, the two detectives call Jerry a jammy bastard for getting on TV.
Yeah.
You sap. Your sap gets used a couple of times.
That's just in general. You're
just an idiot.
You're a drip.
Yeah. Took up with someone, as we already said.
Yeah.
It's just getting with somebody, dating somebody.
Or going with somebody. That's another one that we would use quite a lot.
Yeah.
They're going with them.
Blackguard, which I didn't realise was a very Irish term, but it's just a scoundrel.
Yeah.
A scoundrel. It is an old term.
Yeah.
And then the one that I really liked when Sally and Sam and Deirdre and the mum are all sitting down being introduced.
Oh, that's such a good fucking moment.
And Sally decides she's going to have a go at Sam for leaving his wife of 14 years and taking up with her sister. And as she leaves, she says, don't you worry, don't get up, I'll leave. The stench of adultery in here. And that's the stench of X in here. It's a real Irish thing as well. And it's just like, your very presence contaminates this whole room with your transgression.
It's stench of bacon.
Well, it's always used for the stench of something that you don't smell, you know what I mean?
And there is one moment where sketch is yelled.
Oh, sketch is yelled, which is normally like, look out, here come the cops. Or look out, here comes a figure of authority who will be displeased.
No, but a lot of the dialogue is very accurate to conversations you would hear going in and out of town on the bus.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Of just the gossip and things like that. Like, they're walking around having these conversations, but nobody gives a shit because everyone's having a weird-ass conversation.
Just look up Overheard in Dublin. I think that still exists. Overheard in Dublin is brilliant.
It was missing two little old ladies going ballocks.
Ballocks.
Yeah.
Oh, no, my favourite. It's not even Overheard in Dublin. Do you remember Siri telling us about the argument he heard between a Dublin couple one night?
Oh, sure, don't I ride you and buy you shit?
This girl being very upset with her fella and crying and screaming, you don't love me, and the fella responded with, love you, sure don't I buy you chips and ride you.
That is true love.
Yeah, Overheard in Dublin is a good one if you want to get some of those, but so much of the dialogue in this is just so bang on Dublin.
Yeah, even the language that it's used is the way people speak. Like, they will throw in really weirdly large words for no reason. Words you don't expect these sort of people to know.
That's what I love about the inner city Dublin. Funny. The inner city Dublin.
They're really smart and paranoid in really weird paranoid ways, and it's like this is what you've retained.
Or just like Lahif's obsession with kitchen appliances, and like I'm thinking I need to.
What oil would you use in the wok? I use olive oil. Oh, what about chip pan oil?
And Mick, and without giving too much away later, when Mick and John are taking their very serious car ride, but they're still having the conversations about Mick's like, I love my wife, and she has her material needs and stuff, but aside from that, like
about
when
cuddling
I'm
up with
cuddling
her
up, I still get the butterflies.
That's so sweet.
But it's in the middle of a really serious situation. You would not expect that kind of conversation to be coming out of these kind of people. And again, just so Dublin. It's just so Dublin. That's most of the characters, I think.
Noreen and Karen, so Sam's wife and Nolene and her mate. Now, Karen is a good friend. Karen is there for her. She's like, I'm trying to get you out of this hole. We need to go out. You need to prove to yourself that you're more than him. She's on the good one.
Karen is, towards the end, I feel like Karen suddenly seems to think that their relationship is a bit transactional. When she's like, I put all this effort into you kind of thing. But otherwise, yes, she is a very good mate.
Well, I think it's more that you didn't even have the decency, because that looks like it's a little bit later. Cause a couple of days later, and it's like you didn't even have the decency to let me know that you weren't going to fucking show up. Yeah. And you haven't been answering your phone.
Yeah, and Nolene...
like, I've been around here fucking dragging you out and this, that and the other, and I've been a good friend to you all this time.
Yeah, Nolene is having
with another fella and fucking drop everybody straight away.
Nolene is having a kind of protracted breakdown across the film as well.
Nolene has some anger issues that
she definitely does.
In a safe environment.
She definitely does.
And I like it as well because they're in a kind of more like their estate's that bit nicer.
Yeah.
Where they are, they're like the green and the houses and everything. Are that
but he's the bank manager.
He's the bank manager.
And she looks like she's a bit well-to-do.
She's a housewife.
So they're the middle class. Yeah. And they're really the only middle class that you see because everybody else in it is basically working class stuff.
Yeah. That's the one thing I will say about Springfield, about the estate. There's no horses on that green and there should have been.
But the one thing that I really enjoyed in this film that really brings together the working class and middle class of Dublin.
What?
Making insurance claims against Dublin Bus.
Oh, yes!
Because fuck me, is there anything more Dublin and Irish than putting in a claim for Dublin Bus?
Yeah, like, there is
a bus crash in this movie. And later on, when they're talking about the bus crash,
they're like, sure, nobody was hurt.
Nobody was hurt. Nobody
died. But they'll all get a good claim out of it.
Yeah, and Sam says, "Oh, sure, you should have stayed on to the next stop, and you'd have gotten a settlement out of it." And the mum agrees.
Yeah,
and it is because that's the old joke about Dublin Bus is, oh, there was a Dublin bus crash today. 12 passengers were on board. 30 people were taken to hospital. Yeah, because. Every time a Dublin bus crashed,
people got on it because you had the doors halfway down that you could open from the outside with the emergency thing.
Yeah.
So
if you could get on that bus before the guards and the ambulance arrived,
you got on.
You were making a claim against Dublin City Corporation and Dublin Bus.
Dublin Bus put some when they got them new buses that didn't have the back doors and they all had CCTV.
Oh, the first thing they did, the first thing that went in on the new fleet of Dublin buses was CCTV, so they could get rid of like 90% of their injury claims. Oh. Yeah, no, sorry. That is the one thing that always unites the Dubs. Making claims against Dublin Bus. Oh, I love this film. I only watched it 2 days ago, but I do love it. I don't know how it passed me by for so long. I think it was like... It was when Colin Farrell got big.
He got big.
He got big.
Because he was the traveller with the horse from Ballykissangel. And then all of a sudden he was all over Hollywood.
He was the bad boy from Ireland. And
everybody went, but he's from fucking Castleknock.
Yeah, he's as middle class as Nolene is.
Now, there are some scummy, like Castleknock is mostly where Nolene is. There are some scummy parts of it as you head down towards Blanchardstown.
Yeah, there are. It's the same as any kind of area around Dublin. There's not
everybody just went, Castleknock, no.
I think that was it. Was everybody from Ireland saw him playing up this bad boy thing and putting on the really heavy Dublin accent. And
now, if you'd said he was from like, because Blanche Village is the next one down from Castleknock, and then you've got Coolmine and Clonsilla, which aren't the nicest areas.
No, but Castleknock has always been considered posh.
It's posh, yeah.
It's always been considered posh.
It was. That is not that accent.
No, and even if you grew up dirt poor in Castleknock, you were still considered posh.
No.
Because you were from Castleknock.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I think Castleknock.
I don't know why. I think a good few Colin Farrell films passed me by because I was just like, nah, whatever at the time. But I should have gotten on this one way sooner. Without giving any other big plot bits away, any other things you really loved about this?
I love Oscar. Just in general, Oscar's responses to things, the way he acts about everything, the way he handles John through a lot of it. Like, he's giving him his advice.
Yeah.
He's still not taking it, and he's basically like, if you don't cop on to yourself, I'm not going to knock the head off you.
John doesn't... Oscar does nothing but give good advice to John. Like, he tells him...
Oscar's just like a really nice person.
Tells him to stay away from the big mistake.
Yeah.
John's like, oh, well, you'd fucking help me if you were a good friend. And he's like, no, I'm being a good friend by telling you not to do it, you moron.
That's also in a very Irish phrase, if you're of any use.
Yeah. Not one that's hard to understand.
No, but yeah.
It doesn't require as much explanation as Ronnie. She's great. Like, we didn't really talk about Sally. Shirley Henderson is fantastic in this.
She is so dry and cutting. That whole conversation that they have in the house when Deirdre brings Sam to meet the
where
family.
she says the stench of adultery in here. Like,
just that whole thing. No, sit down. If you're not ready to have this conversation, you shouldn't have made the decision. It's like, yeah, bang on, Sally. You fucking, yeah.
And
tell him.
Yeah, she tells him, oh, and that's it. 14 years. Just done like that. Nothing, and straight away take up with somebody else. Yeah.
No, she's right. She's
nice to know what you value.
100% right. And then you get this story about her past and you're like, oh God, Sally.
Yeah.
Oh, Sally.
Yes.
Oh,
poor Sally. No, poor Sally.
Which is hilarious because that was an urban legend for years.
Now, that
is a very...
it's one of those stories that everybody has heard. And my brother-in-law Steve told it to me when I was about 15, so prior to this movie coming out. It's the only time I've ever heard the story as being from first person. The person who told him the story was the person it happened to.
Yeah, because most of the time
every other time, and I've heard the story from it's a mate of a mate of a mate, and I've always known the name of the supposed person that happened to, and I've always been like, oh, did you ever hear what the name was? And they throw it in, I'm like, nah. But yeah, it's even Steve now is like, I don't even know if it was true. He might have just been trying to stake claim to that story.
The thing as well with what happens to Sally is everyone fucking knows. Nobody's talked about it, but...
Nobody says it, but yeah, everybody knows.
Because you not remember a mate of ours had a very unfortunate incident in Amsterdam once, and we all knew about it before he even got back into this country.
Yeah.
But everybody knew about it.
Yeah. And it was...
And that's just the way it is like the fucking phone trees going off.
Oh yeah, and you didn't even, like, nobody had to say anything to make poor Sally feel uncomfortable because she knew everybody knew.
Yeah.
And everybody knew, and nobody was quite cruel enough to say anything about it.
No, it's fucking horrible.
Yeah,
like, no, you're not going
to...
Yeah. Oh, because they're not afraid to tell her shit later on. And it's like, oh, I saw you on the telly, love. You were shite.
Yeah, I saw you on the telly, love. Oh yeah? You were shite.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, any other things that you really did love without giving away too much plot stuff?
I do.
You were saying Oscar. Yeah, Oscar's super sweet.
Fantastic. I do enjoy Mick, the bus driver.
Yes.
I just think he's very funny. I've met a couple of people like him.
Mick, yeah, nice guy, easily swayed to do things that he probably shouldn't.
Been caught at a low point.
Yeah, that's it. Like, and that's what Lahif sees. He's at a low point and is like,
and goes for him right away. He's like, I've got an in here and I've got people I can fucking throw.
Yeah.
I do love Jerry and his fucking insanity. and when he's like...
His Celtic mysticism.
When they're doing all the filming and he's just picking on the poor junkie.
Yeah, that's one of the worst things when he's like, what did your sister do to get on the film?
Would she give me a ride,
and he's like, I don't know, probably anything. Oh, would she give me the ride? Yeah, she probably would. And the junkie's like, yeah, she probably would, because that's what he wants. The copper who'll beat the shit out of him wants him to say. And he's like, because she's a hooer. And the junkie's like, nah, my sister's not a hooer, man. You made me say that.
Yeah, fucking shut up. And then when he goes up to the flat, just the whole sequence of him being followed with the camera.
The guy he goes to see at the flat is great. When he's
the chinless wonder. I'm sorry,
he's a drug dealer. Yeah. He's probably done a few drive-bys, and your man's like, yeah, boom, boom.
Like he's this close to fucking Tom. Like, I shot JR.
Oh yeah. But I think that's the whole thing. Is Jerry thinks he's a fucking like Detroit detective. You know what I mean? He thinks he's in fucking like where he thinks he's in Compton. He thinks he's fucking somewhere in the States, and he's not. He's in fucking Tala.
Throwing his weight around.
He's in California,
California.
He needs to get over himself. At least
he really.
I was about to say at least he spoilers.
He really does. No, him and like Ben and the way.
Oh yeah, we haven't really mentioned Ben at all.
Ben's there too. He's the director or whatever. He's doing his thing. He's not much involved in it. He's a bit of a sap, to be honest.
Again, I think he's a really specific Irish thing. He's small time Irish producer for like RTE or TG Car, but who has notions of doing like Werner Herzog style documentaries and getting deep and stuff like that. Whereas his boss is just
trying to do some fucking hard hitting.
RTE want me to make this show called Little Big City. Where the hell do you think there's room for a guy who's going around beating up drug dealers?
It's supposed to be a light fluff piece that's like, like stories from around the city centre. Like
the first thing we see him trying to film.
It's the bunny racing.
It's a bunny race that's not happening at all.
At the rabbits.
Oh, come on.
You're showing me up in front of everybody. It's like you're one shouting at the wheelie bin in Extraordinary.
Yeah. Put that freaking recycling wherever I want.
I'll put the stew in it.
But yeah, no, I think because when I did my media degree, it was all the practical stuff was done in the Kairos studio who did stuff for RTE, and I met a few Bens in there. Yeah,
there's one or two. They were like, I know, I'm quite high up in RTE. It's like, oh yeah, well done, mate. Like nobody gives a shit.
Fuck off. You edit the Angelus. You're not fucking.
Did they edit the Angelus?
Kairos edited the Angelus, yeah.
Did they?
And actually, no, in fairness, the guy who edited the Angelus.
But everyone stopped to look off into the distance. Like they stopped showing the Angelus.
No, a lot of the guys in Kairos did have
By
those
the way,
kind of
they used
notions.
to show the Angelus at 6 o'clock on the national broadcaster here every day.
I hear you were talking about the Hideout last week. We're not explaining what the Angelus is. Look it up. No, I just want to make the point of actually, no, the guy who edited the Angelus was bang on.
Was he?
Yeah, he was a Polynesian bloke. He was bang on. No, I think some of my favourite stuff I've already talked about. The bus bits. The claiming from Dublin. Apparently, I'm awfully fond of the stuff related to Dublin Bus in this film.
Claiming off Dublin Bus.
The drivers being arseholes.
There's one or two supporting cast that are just gold.
Oh, yeah.
The girl who's can't be fucking arsed, who keeps touching.
Oh, the Dunn Stores, like, drapery girl. Don't have any €100 vouchers. Do you want 250s? Yes, please.
Yeah, her.
I don't know if I can tut loud enough for that microphone.
There's something about her, just, It's like, she's still doing her job, but somehow you're hassling her. Yeah. Like, she's asked you the question.
And then, I don't have any 50s. Do you want 5 20s? Yes, please.
Yeah, for fuck's sake.
You were offering her an alternative, and when she says yes, it's making it even worse for you.
Yeah.
Just lie to the woman.
Because there's your one as well, later on, the cashier, the checkout girl, who's like, fucking eat it, and then just goes back to what she's doing.
Yeah. There is, just because I really liked Oscar as well, and there's one really nice scene, without giving away anything too much of the plot, just the scene between Oscar and Nolene. Yeah. Where things come to a head between them. Yeah. Oscar's great because he's basically like, whoa, I don't want to do this thing, but it's not your fault. You need to find somebody who does this thing. Yeah. And he's like the Oscar that we've seen throughout the rest of the film. He's real, accepting, and
Oscar's not blaming. Oscar's an absolute sweetheart. He's a treasure.
He's emotionally honest with everybody in the film.
He's such a sweetheart. I love him to death.
Yeah, and David Wilmot does a really, really good job because he's got some heavy scenes in it as well. Because it's the guy he has to act a scene where he's jerking it to porn and not being able to get there, and then
the frustration
and like just burst into tears.
Because that's just before that is that fantastic conversation that he has.
Oh, in the porn shop,
in the adult video store with your man from Adam and Paul. Yeah, and it's so frank, and that whole bit at the end, male anal or female anal?
No, beforehand he's like, no, here, make sure they're attractive girls. I've gotten the last one you gave me had some absolute mutts in it. Some hound dogs, man.
Absolute hound dogs.
And then where he's like, there's nothing weird in this. It's like nobody's shitting on anybody else.
No, nobody taking dumps on
nobody taking dumps. And your man's like, no, it's just sex.
No. When he goes, do you want that? And runs off real quickly, and it's like, oh no, here, come back.
But he's brilliant in that scene because when he finishes it off, and he's like, no, it's fine. It's just sex. Yeah. It's just fucking. It's just a little bit of oral, a little bit of anal, and
he's like, wait, hang on.
Wait. female anal or male anal, and he just looks at him and just puckers his lips and blows a kiss at him.
Like,
oh, he's fucking brilliant. That
whole
actor
scene,
unfortunately has passed away. But
no, he had Hodgkin's, not Hodgkin's and lymphoma.
He was one of the main actors in Adam Paul, another fantastic Irish comedy.
He's gas in that, but that whole conversation with the bloke who works in your local porn store, who you're on a first name basis with.
Yeah.
Who you've obviously built up a rapport with.
Yeah. Because
you've been working your way through to try and work out what's gone on. And this guy's a wee bit too into some bits of it as well. Yeah. But he's not judging either. He's like, what do you want? You know, we've tried some of this, we've tried some of this, we've tried some of this.
If judgmental is one of your characteristics, you shouldn't work in a porn store.
No, like, I just like that whole thing as well. That it was very open and really honest about everything. But again, it's Oscar. Yeah, but everything in this, they're all the male, more so than the girls. The girls are very, very blunt with each other and kind of dance around the subject, like the man trying to tell her to get some imac or something. Yeah. Like they kind of dance around the subjects, whereas the lads are all kind of very honest and direct with each other, which I like.
Yeah. You do get that frankness from some of the lads. Yeah. Not all of them, but like Bren one of our good mates, Bren would have been so... He's probably equal parts Oscar and...
Lahif.
Yeah, well, Lahif in his younger life, Oscar...
In his later life, he's grown
Oscar
into
and Mick in his older life.
There was still some moments there. He's still an opportunistic cunt.
Lahif when Lahif only when it was called for.
Oh, yeah.
Bren never would have hit a woman.
He absolutely would have nutted that guard, though.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of the violence to women, that is one of the things that's maybe not... Okay,
it's always Lahif, though.
No, yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's never portrayed in anything other than a negative light, but it is, like, there's 2 points in this film where Lahif punches 2 different women in the face. The way it's cut, you don't see the contact, but you see enough, and it's very shocking, and I would say... possibly triggering to some people. It might really upset people.
Especially because it's in the opening sequence. And it's this charm and he's really,
it's the first one is really unexpected.
Because he's pouring it on.
You see the second one coming.
Yeah.
So it's not quite as bad. But that first one, when he hits Kerry Condon's character.
It's very shocking.
That could be upsetting.
It is. Even though this doesn't have that high of a rating, that is... something to just be aware of.
And similarly there is an implied sexual assault.
That's not fun either, and there's
not a fun scene either, but there is fits and not supposed to be glorified, but just it's in there.
They've cut away and cut back to it a bit, so it is very much the implication because she's going, I don't want this, and they're after having an argument about, well, what do you want?
Yeah,
and you have this interspersed with another conversation that's going on at the same time, but they are linked. And you can see how the events are influencing each other.
And the other thing that's happening is a violent confrontation in some way.
Yeah.
So, the implication is there, but I feel like with Lahif's punches, while they are certainly shocking, they're not glorified, and they kind of still need to be in there to show you just how dirty of a bastard Lahif is.
Yeah, and he's got fucking great big softies as well.
They could have got the point they needed to get across about the character who's attempting the sexual assault in another way without having implied sexual assault. And then the only other thing that I don't like is the F slur is used 3 times.
Yeah.
Each time they've used the F slur,
and it is meant to be used in the manner in which you think it is. It is twice from Jerry with vile. It's not.
Once it comes from Lahif said about Jerry. The other
followed immediately by
him robbing the car. And then the other 2 times it comes from Jerry, and Jerry is clearly supposed to be an absolute homophobe. As we've said, we do not like Jerry. Jerry is not a nice prick. Person. Jerry would stay in the boxing club giving it all that and punching out the kids because it makes him feel like a big strong man. So it's not meant to be used.
He's not liked.
Yeah, and it's not used as a gag. The F slur isn't in there as a joke or anything, and it's, as we say, it's used by a character who we don't like and we're not really supposed to like.
It's basically the 2 characters that use it are the 2 lowest of the low. This. Everyone else has some redeeming qualities, but those 2 aren't. Those 2 are fucking scum.
Yeah, but I still could probably have done without it being in there. Yeah. But again, just to warn you, it is in there.
Yeah. Now, there is an awful lot of cursing, and there's an awful lot of cursing from some very small children.
Look, but if you're listening, if you're listening to us, and if you listen this far...
Oh, no, I'm sorry, that wee kid going, put us on the telly. Come on, I'll do a dance.
Yeah, put us on the telly. No. Go on, yous pricks.
Yeah. No, yeah, that's basically it. Yeah, dirty little children.
Oh yeah,
dirty little children.
Like, I think that's.
They're the sort of. Do you remember the kids that used to go through the fucking? If you ever worked in a bar with the smoking areas outside, now this was before the smoking ban came in as well.
Yeah, you're running through getting ends and making
getting
CDs
ends off the bars. Yeah. That's that sort of little kid.
But I think there's one thing that little kid does apart from throwing rocks.
At the canal?
At the canal.
That's exactly what that sort of
I think
shit
a lot of the international audience had trouble believing that, and that's why they like this kid is just a plot agent for chaos. No. That kid would do that, and those kids exist in Dublin and Ireland at wider. I don't want to be like...
No, those kids are fucking everywhere.
They are little shits, and they absolutely have no problem. Like, he throws the rock at the bus.
Fear.
Yeah, he throws the rock at the bus, knowing that bus might crash.
Out of him when he's cycling away, when he's getting chased, and he's giggling.
He does not care.
They do it for the chase as well. Like, they fuck with... Like, if you work in retail, you've encountered them. They fuck with you for the chase.
Yeah.
And then they're outside badgering fucking other people to buy them smokes.
Yeah, those little shit kids, absolutely, 100% do exist.
Yes.
So
and they all have that kind of dirty face with the cropped hair.
But those three things probably be the only things that I don't like about the film. But I can still see why they were used. But there may be other ways around it, with the exception of that does kind of work for Lahif's character. You kind of do need that shock.
Yeah, no, for Lahif,
it's just worth warning that there is.
He is just like, he does not care.
Yeah,
like he's got no fucking boundaries.
Yeah, it's a definite spoiler for you, but worthwhile. If you haven't seen this film, Kerry Condon gets punched in the face in the first 2 minutes.
It's literally before the credits.
Yeah,
before the opening credit. It's like, that's how this film starts. This is its cold opening.
Yeah. But otherwise, I really, really enjoyed this film.
Really
There's
funny.
so much fun in it. Really, really funny. All the characters are really well acted. Some great who's who of ours. We haven't really gone into who.
It's quite a large cast.
Yeah,
it is a massive cast. If you're a fan of Father Ted, you'll recognise a lot of them from that.
Yeah.
In particular, if it's driving you crazy, the bloke in the wheelchair is the bloke from Speed 3.
Yeah, he's the bloke who gives Dougal the milkman job.
He's the UHT milk, but
he's like, we've got UHT milk, but there's not much call for it on account of it being so shite.
Yeah, that's who it is, because it was driving me fucking mental.
No, it is. I'd highly, highly recommend this film. It passed me by for way too long. If it passed you by, I hope we've done a fairly spoiler-free chat about it. Go and check it out, definitely. But that wraps it up for Intermission, guys. Thank you so much for joining us this week. That was our episode 60 as well, so we will be back next week or possibly the week after with something a little different. Not as important or fancy as getting the co-creator of a comic or anything on. Just something a little different.
Yeah.
But thanks for joining us. If you want, you can head back and listen to our previous episodes or our other podcasts. Or as ever, you can come and chat with us on Twitter @rantsmono, on Instagram @monorants_the_boys. And you can send your own rants to monorantspodcast@gmail.com. We'll catch you all next week. Bye-bye.
We are Science Fiction Remnant.
This is the Funny Science Fiction Podcast.
We are the Caribbean Science Fiction Network.
We are Monorants.
We are One Accord Level 2 Podcast.
This is Jesse from Sudden But Inevitable and Open Pike Night.
This is Sci-Fi.